Oh, Forehead, is it worth mentioning the Moonshine stuff?
Oh
Since you got
yeah,
what
yeah,
Ming
yeah, yeah.
here, that'd be something worth mentioning.
Yeah, listen. So the Moonshine operation is kind of in shambles. I don't know. Like the gangs are probably making no money from it or not much. I'd prefer if like somebody else is in charge of that. You know what I mean? Like the way I want to do things. I don't know if you guys agree, but I think it would be good if we like every operation a gang has a different person in charge of it. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense.
I mean, Zook's the one doing all the moonshine shit, right?
He is, yeah, but the only like rebuttal to that was like, is Zuck going to be around? Like Forehead was saying, like,
Yeah.
if
We
Zuck's
right back.
here
We right back,
often,
right?
then 100% that's his shit. But if he goes away for like even 2 or 3 days, it's like a big deal. You know what I mean? Like the Moonshine people are kind of fucked.
Can anyone in the gang apart from Zook actually cook though?
Well, it's not about cooking. No, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about cooking the moonshine. I'm talking about somebody overseeing, making sure that things are going right.
What do you mean going right?
Would that not just go hand in hand with what Poe and Smitty are
Well,
doing, right? Because they're the ones giving them the vegetables.
Yeah, but what's been going on is like we have Reverend and Zuck as our cooks, right? And Reverend hasn't got a single still to cook from because all of it went to Zuck, or everyone bought them for Zuck. Apparently the stills now they break a lot faster, so they need more. You gotta make sure that that these cooks are getting an even amount of stills. The money's coming back to the gang actually receiving the money. It's all that type of shit, right? Making sure that everything is actually happening.
Yeah, but you can't keep track of that.
Well, how can you not keep track of that? You keep track of. I mean, all you gotta do is make sure that each of the cooks get stills evenly, right? So like, Zuck gets 5 and Revenant gets 5, and you make sure you collect the money from them for the gang cuts and from all the runners.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, if Poe
that's what I'm saying, right? Like somebody has to be in charge of the gang stuff.
Exactly. So if Poe and Smitty are already giving them the vegetables which they need for the moonshine, surely they're going to be the ones who like know exactly how much they're cooking because they can only cook with the vegetables they buy from them.
Well, no. The problem is there's more problems. Problem is that those guys are not around when Reverend's around, so Reverend has to outsource his ingredients, right? Again, you need somebody that makes sure that people are getting ingredients, they're getting stills, money's going back to the gang. That's what I'm saying. Like someone has to be overseeing everything, right? Making sure that things are going fine. Because right now, one of our cooks is not getting ingredients. He has to go outsource it. He's getting no stills from us.
Could Rev maybe give Smitty or Poe a key to his house and they drop like
that could work.
The other thing is basically we need someone, and Zucky's doing this, right? He is doing it. He's got a little notebook. We need someone that knows every person that can buy stills and knows at least roughly when those stills were bought. On like a week-to-week basis. Like we literally need to make it so.
But do nothing about
I bought mine yesterday.
Yeah, because I want somebody else to do it, bro. I don't want to be the one that does everything.
Zuck at least knows who can get Rev a still. You know what I mean? He can send me a text. We can sort it out. That's the problem. I think it's like,
what time's Rev awake?
Well, around now, but like it's just.
You do nothing.
I think like he doesn't have
hold on now. What do you mean you do nothing? Hold on now.
Whoa. The main part is we need people to get their stars up, which we have. I think it's like nearly 15, and then those people all need to check in at least once a week. You know what I mean? Someone has to know, did Mike buy a still? Because otherwise, poor Reverend has to wake up and call his whole phone book. No one picks up. The one person that does says, "I gave it to Zuck," and he's wasted an hour for nothing. You see what I'm saying? Like that's the problem. We just need to manage all of the people that are. It's not even the cooks that need managing. It's all of the resources that the gang has to try and provide. That's what we need. So it's literally spreadsheet shit.
That's easy then, right? All we do is we assign fucking 5 people to each cook. So 5 people who can buy a still. So like I can buy a still, for example. Those 5 people give that one person, like they're the still buyers for that one person, right? Easy as that. No one gets mixed up. Like shit, say if it was like me, Kyle, Ming, and Mike have to give Rev his stills. Boom, that's it. He has to ring us. That's easy as that. How much are they? 7K, and you need 20 rep.
Then you can only buy one a week.
I'm gonna be honest. I think we've been like including the weed stuff. I think we haven't been like keeping track of anything of how much like the weed operation or the Moonshine operation is bringing in for the gang, right? I don't know if you guys agree with this, but I think it'd be a good idea if we put people in charge of these operations, right? Like the Moonshine, for example. We got Big Dog Noodles. At the end of every week, we see how much that operation brings in for the gang, because we have not been keeping track of it. Like that weed money, the weed money is going for like fucking GPUs, this, that, and the FUD is going everywhere, right? Like I'm not keeping track of Reva, so I'm to blame too, right? But I'm just saying, I think it'd be good if every operation that we have running that makes money for the gang, somebody or people are in charge of it, then we count how much money it brings in every single week, right?
I've already said
So we
that.
actually keep track of this shit.
I'd be happy to sort the weed out in the storm after this, because no one does it, right? So no one can even get weed. So like, I'd be happy to do that.
Okay.
But I'm not really around this storm, right?
Who wants to be in charge of the Moonshine operation?
I want to be the quartermaster and organize all our guns.
I like that, Carl. I'm sure that'll be good. Fucking guns, like a mag,
labels so we can
fucking
keep track of how hot they are, so we can cycle them in and out, so we can sell ones that are hot to replace them with new guns.
But we should do that. I've been thinking that, you know, if I ever could, I wanted to do that too. That'd be nice.
I mean, we'll mitigate so much of such a large percentage in charge, it'll feel like we're making millions off of it if we do that shit. Because it's like you can get caught with a hot gun, it's $100,000 extra in fines.
I mean, the problem is though, is like I don't think that's a terrible idea, but motherfuckers be just throwing shit around, you know. So it's gonna be hard to keep track.
I mean, motherfuckers just got to stop and read for 30 seconds. It ain't even that hard.
You know what the fucking problem is with the Moonshine as well, right? Is for you to want it operating and someone looking after it now at this time, you also need someone operating the farm, which we also don't have. Like that, too much needs delegating for this time.
The farm thing though, we can fix. Like we can fix that soon. We just need to get a new building.
You need
if you guys need another farm, we can literally open that other place up for a farm.
Yeah, like that's the thing. We can get that. That's not a problem, Jack. That's like a solvable problem.
Yeah, but
we need someone that gives a fuck.
But at the same time, right, is that not just a waste of money because we've already got a farm that just isn't being used at this time? Why buy another and load it out?
But because the thing is, the farms don't function like that.
We can definitely find people, yeah.
We could, right?
Like
but remember,
Rev alone. Rev will do it.
I mean, do you remember the seed discussion? How it was like inefficient for somebody, like just because that farm isn't running, putting people in there ends up increasing the workload for Smitty and Poe for no more gain. Like, you know what I'm saying, for the hours that they're working. It makes them work triple the amount for the same amount of work. So it is possible to do, but it's like a big commitment for the person that manages the farm in this wave, because they have to manage it and do everything, and then they have to kind of replenish it back up to like neutral for Poe and Smitty. It's not like you just walk in and then fuck off. It's like a lot of work. If somebody wanted to do it, they could.
Just turn the purple building into a fucking farm and like the Moonshine headquarters, right? Easy as that.
I'm gonna be honest. Moonshine doesn't make that much though.
If Mike wasn't already in charge of Big Dog Noodles, I would put him in charge of the Moonshine operation.
Right now, more than anything, because of the price jump.
Yeah, but it's good. The thing about the Moonshine thing is that it's a good source of you know what I'm saying, like, you know, it's something fun to do. It's like a nice break, and honestly, everybody that does Moonshine believes that, like, you know what I'm saying, like a bigger industrial still is coming at some point. You know what I'm saying, like people talk about it like it's going to be like meth runs, you know, like hardcore proofed shine. That's like the belief. So I feel like Moonshine is something that we need to have at least a functioning foundation for, even if it's not our main source of income. But it definitely could be, right? If we had enough people, it could be a main source of income. It's insane money. It is ludicrous money if you have like the foundation for it.
Listen, like I think I don't know when, one of these days we gotta have like a big meeting with everybody around, and I personally want to do it so like every single operation we have that makes money for the gang, so the weed, Moonshine operation, Big Dog Noodles, and whatever the fuck else we have going, that there's either one person or multiple people in charge of it, and everything's being tracked. And at the end of the week, we can have a big meeting, and then every single operation can bring the money that they made in that week, right? And the gang can actually start making some money as being tracked. Because right now, we're just fucking, everything's going to waste, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, we just lost 50K.
I will lose 50K.
Bingle just walked out with a duffel bag that we just robbed the fucking cash exchange.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
I mean, there's no point talking about the Moonshine shit when the Moonshine people aren't even here.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. We have a big meeting with everybody, right?
Because Zook would take that on, bro.
Like, no, yeah, he already is.
He already
don't,
wants
like,
to.
Yeah, he's already doing it.
I think Zuck should be one of the people in charge of it, but there should be somebody else overseeing everything else. Because Zuck can hardly track himself. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm happy to oversee the financials of it, if that's what you want. If that's more what you're looking for, like, how
No,
much
I just
how
need
much vegetables are bought.
it's very. I need somebody to make sure that everything is running right. Like I need someone to make sure that both of the cooks are getting their steals, both of the cooks are getting the ingredients, and that the gang cuts are coming back to the gang. Right, like you're collecting the gang cuts from the runners, and you're collecting the gang cuts from the cooks. Right, like somebody has to make sure all that is happening. So the gang actually makes money. Someone has to oversee the whole thing.
I'm more than happy to help with that, yeah, but you're gonna have to get a farm and farmers this time, otherwise it won't work. Like you say, Reverend, for example, he will just go buy elsewhere because there is no farmers until like fucking 8
but with the idea of if Rev gives either Smitty or Poe a key, they can drop off supplies for him.
Yeah, but those vegetables go moldy so quick. Like they'd be moldy by now.
There's a guy on Fiverr that we can give like $10 to a day, and he'll organize all of our shit in Excel for us.
Bro, this guy is stupid.
Yo, fuck, you're so fucking.
I mean, listen. If you guys don't make Excel sheets, that's up to you guys. I'm not a big fan of it, but
I think for the Shine stuff, if Jack wants to help with the brain power, I'm already helping Zuck with like organizing the people. You know, I say, Zuck, if you're asleep and they need Moonshine help, tell them to call me and I'll help them because I know what they need to do and I can, pull all the strings to get them where they need to be. But ultimately, I can't sit there and take care of them, like handhold them, right? Like. It's too much time. So if me, Zuck, and Jack like start, then we have the big meeting and we can put like concrete, people in place. Like I'm down to do that. Like I'm already trying.
It's mega simple to be fair. Yeah, all we need vegetables, and then I just need a list of everyone who can buy stills. That's it.
Yeah, Zuck has one.
Okay. I mean, Chad, listen, me personally, I would rather just use like what we have in game, bro, like notepads, the PC,
buying stills is good, yeah, and everyone should do it.
That's just me,
you have to do Moonshine runs, right? Which you make 5k a run, right? They take 5 minutes. It's dead simple. So you get 5k a run. You need 20 stars with the guy, which is like fucking 10 runs, and then you can buy 1 still a week. That's it. And like you should be doing runs anyway. Like if you need money, it is literally it's like 5 minutes for $5,000, bro. Oh, that's it.
So Moonshine's still extremely profitable, is what you're saying?
Yeah, massively. Yes. It's 27k a run, right?
28k a run.
28k a run. The fucking vegetables like $1,600. The cook gets 8. The driver gets 5, and then the rest goes to the gang. So it's like fucking 8k going to the gang every single run. And if you have 2 people cooking, so if you have Rev and Zuck cooking full time around the clock,
don't know how to use an Excel.
You can do a full cook every hour and a half.
You got me.
That's 8k, 16k to the gang every hour and a half, basically.
Well, what's the plan with the money?
So like, if you capitalize on this, even if they're only doing it 10 hours a day, so say you get 10 cooks off a day, that's 160k to the gang a day, every single day. Easy as that.
The Forehead, what's the plan with the money? Like, what ventures are we getting into?
What do you mean?
The gang money? Yeah. What are we using the gang money towards?
Well, I mean, more than likely, properties is gonna for sale and low soul. That's what it'll be used for. Like, let's say when listen, we're gonna be sitting here, and one of these houses is gonna go for like 2 or 3 million, and we come buy it, in our own turf. You know what I mean? So, like, the gang needs to make money. I mean, we need to make money so we can buy shit for the gang. Like it's just that simple.
I got you. So it's like it's real estate then.
Yeah, real estate and whatever the fuck else, right? Like, let's say we want to open up a business, the mechanic shop, for example. That's going to benefit the gang. That'll be gang funds. But for that to work, for us to make money, we have to do all this other shit, right? It's right. Like, listen, I'm going to be honest with right now, the only money the gang really makes is Maze Bank and some money from weed. And that's it.
I got into the art asylum yesterday. I snuck in while we were doing the news. I saw the whole inside of the fucking bank while Hydra were hitting it.
Okay.
I mean, not the bank, the art asylum. I literally got in there. They gave me a whole. They gave Big Dog News Network a tour of the art asylum.
Or there's another crazy idea, right? Actually, no.
Why you keep bandaging? Does anybody got anything to eat?
I'm bleeding.
Fucking starving.
I mean, Ming, why don't you fucking look over the Moonshine operation, bro?
Because I don't know how to keep track of it. Like, how am I supposed to know how many times Reverend's selling to other people or Zuck?
Well, the thing is, yeah, you're not really supposed to know that, but you just have to kind of trust them that they tell you the real answers, you know?
I mean,
Yeah,
that's what I do. The Reverend gave me a key to his place, and whenever he sells, he puts money in a box. But he just said for the first however many cooks he sold, he's putting it towards the stills.
All right.
And then the money what the farmers produce, Poe and Schmitty, they put it in the box.
I mean, just give it to whoever's passionate about it. Fuck it, they'll do the job, right?
The bottom line is, Carl, there's no one that's passionate about it except Reverend, and Reverend is not, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's too big of a responsibility.
Passionate, bro. He's about building a fucking Moonshine empire.
Well, okay, that is a lie, yeah. I literally just completely blanked. But Zuck is passionate about it, yeah. It's just, I think that someone needs to just be there and be Zuck's right-hand man, and then make up for him when he's not awake, and it'll be sweet. That's it. We need 2 people. That's my opinion.
Yeah, why can't you delegate it just, like, why can't you let fucking... the 2 people that are passionate about it, why can't you give Zuck the Moonshine operation, then just fucking delegate like Rev to assist in him? Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be a gang member to help run a fucking like a business. It's just an illegal business, right? And like, you trust the guy, no?
Yeah, but it's a gang business.
Yeah, but exactly.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's still Zuck's business. Just Rev's gonna help him, like an assistant.
Yeah, but it sounds like.
Well, what does he need?
Assistant and Rev's running the business. That's what it sounds like.
But what does he need help with?
Just this time, right? That's it.
He needs.
I already said all the problems the Moonshine operation had, right? Like I already said it.
Yeah.
One of the cooks gets no stills because all the stills go to the other guy, and the stills apparently break down faster now, or whatever the fuck. I don't exactly know. And then one of the cooks has to literally outsource his ingredients because we can't provide for him. Like, that needs to be fixed too. You see what I'm saying? It's not just like a lot of things need to be fixed.
I mean, I can tell you what the fix is. All it is that Zuck and Reverend need a shared space that they can both operate out of, that all the shit goes to, and then the shit's always getting done.
Yeah, and like the other thing that I said as well, they just need fucking 5 people who can buy stills allocated to them. That's it. So like, if I buy stills for Rev once a week,
okay,
then I can only buy stills for Rev, and then 5 people buy stills for Zuck.
No, I agree with you guys, right? Like, it's so good discussing the way to fix a problem, but we need someone to actually go and do it. You know what I mean? That's the whole point of this.
Sounds like you already know who that is. It's Rev. You know, I mean, what it sounds like.
I think if you told him to do it, the Moonshine business would be running a lot better with Zuck's help. 100%. I believe that. Is it a good idea to give Rev that responsibility? I don't know, but I think it's a fact that if we motivated him to do it and said like, hey, this is what we need to do, get it up and running, it would work better. I believe that wholeheartedly.
Listen, the thing is, listen,
he already knows all our shit.
If Zuck could be relied upon, I would instantly put him in charge of it, right? Like, oh, fuck it, let him do it. But like, yeah. Zuck is here one day and then you don't see him for 4 months. You know what I mean? So it's like,
well, why don't we just have the big meeting then and make sure at the very least, like all of us here, and then Poe and Zuck are there. So then we have the farmer and the Moonshine man, and we just figure this the fuck out, like how it's gonna work. Because it's pointless here because none of us are gonna do it. That's the bottom line. Like none of us here are managing the Moonshine. That's what we're all saying. So we just fuck it for now. You know, we talk with all them.
All right. Yeah.
And like I'll try help them, but yeah, it is what it is.
When you guys know when Zuck's gonna be around?
Yeah,
should be soon.
Like in like hour, 2 hours maybe.
Yeah, should be soon.
And then he's awake all fucking next door. Like, this is the thing, yeah. He's dedicated. Like, he will wake up every hour and a half, like the whole time, bro. You know what I'm saying? To cook.
Your boy needs something to eat, or I'm gonna fucking pass out. Oh,